and an 8-foot solitional, which is always a little late. 4-foot principal, octave, and then a 4-foot also pedac, a little larger scaling. If I ask Simon to take just one of the pedals, we'll see how much air it can take. If I take the common, I need all this. The repertoire one can play on this organ is not extensive, so I have fine small things I can play on it, which are interesting, which actually the organ can do very well. Är vi klara? Vad är ni? It's gone. So basically, we have then three bellows, and the people from the bank asked once that they said the one of them, the wind goes out very quickly, and the other one is a little bit slower. I said, well, it's just like any two people that live in a house. One uses a lot of money, and one doesn't. So basically, balanced that way. The instrument is more or less intact now. It was restored under my tutelage back in '97. That's 1997. And it was really wonderful to go inside the organ to see basically how things were done. We discovered that inside one of the wind trucks were a set of reed slippers. And we found out that the marks of wear on the slippers corresponded to the marks of wear or tear on these pedals. And it seems that what happened was that the young men from the farm were called to the chapel, and of course they were wearing wooden shoes or boots, and they came up in their sock feet up behind the pulpit, and they were given these slippers to wear when they pumped, because it's very, very hard on the small bones in the feet to stand with the weight of this thing. And this is the weight that brings down the pedal. See, this one is leaking a little more than it normally does. I don't know if you would like me to play something to kind of get an idea of the organ, and it's full vigor. I have a little story. I have all sorts of small stories I tell the tourists that come to visit. Some of them are actually true. And this one is a true story. The former, now the deceased Linsgraver, or the Linsman, who owned the castle, lived in this pavilion to the side, and any time I would come out to look at the organ, he would come up here and sit in that window in his green boots and rubber boots, and he would sit and listen when I practiced or played through things. And he would not leave before I played a particular piece. This was a version of O Sanctissima, which is from a 19th century collection, and I played it once, and he was completely in love with it, and he would never leave the building before I played this. And every concert I've done in here with the family, I always have to put this work in here somewhere, because otherwise I'll hear about it the next half a year. So, this uses basically a very quick register change, which I don't use at evening, because sometimes I catch the candles. It's very close, and if that happens, it's kind of not really a lot of fun. No.
Put your sleeve on fire.
This uses basically the entire repertoire sound of the organ. The pedal is very small. When I first started here, I couldn't get the bench back far enough, so they sawed off part of the back so I could bring it back into the bow. Because otherwise, the pedal is flatboard, a little left of center of what we normally used to, which means I have to really watch what I'm doing, and it's completely different from the instruments I normally play. Have you got that one? Yeah.